Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Chronicle. Where last we left off, our weary adventuring party had finally made their way to Goza. After many days of travel through harsh conditions, perilous journey, we left off where they found themselves just at the precipice of the town of Goza. So I'm going to get into my little description there, and then we can get into it.
Town description. Library time.
After days upon days of relentless travel through the harsh snow-covered plains and dense pine forests, you will find yourselves traversing the slippery path of ice, smudged with snowdrifts and slicked in water from the heat of the glaring sun above. You find yourselves at the base of a series of towering tree trunks, roughly hewn into wide spikes at the top and driven into the ground with force. They're held together by heavy wrought iron chains that wrap around and around sections of the fence, frozen under layers of slick ice. Icicles cling to the edge of the roughly hewn wooden beams that make up the gazebo-style guard towers, positioned at the top of the wall, bits of bark still clinging to their surface. Heavy burners crackle firelight into the sky from up above. No figures are visible on the ramparts as you look up, or stationed in front of the enormous portcullis, held up by thick ropey chains that shake in the wind and send a storm of snow to dust the ground below. A stack of smoke rises just beyond this towering... It almost seems larger than life. Like the people that live here are all enormous giants, hidden behind this wall. You can see the smoke rising just up behind it. You can also see the tops of what appear to be some elevated buildings. They all seem to have thatch as their roofs, and other cobbled together materials of dry stone walls and those same heavy, rough pine trunks and beams. At the front, you can see embers that pop and fizz as they fly off smouldering flames and collide with the charred remains of wooden beams and frames. Hundreds upon hundreds of small fires dot the outside of this fence, dipping into the craters that line the pock-marked countryside. Evidence of a battle, certainly. What do you guys do?
Marvel at the massive portcullis. It's just like...
The flames around the outside of the wall, do they look like watchfires or just arson?
They look like arson.
Okay.
Or they look like some sort of remnants of perhaps this wildfire that spread.
Is there anyone around?
Not that you can see.
Are there not people mounted on the deer herd that we saw? Or did we just see them saddled
No,
but
you
not
just
mounted?
saw them saddled and not mounted.
Can we hear screaming?
You can roll a perception check for me.
Hello?
I don't know what my modifier is. A 19.
With a 19? No, you don't hear... You can hear sounds of movement beyond the wall,
Okay.
but it's very, very faint. It almost seems like these trunks are enormous, and they act as like a sound barrier.
Oh, sure. Okay.
They are literally trunks of trees.
You said the portcullis is closed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you don't see anybody on the ramparts. You yell?
Yeah.
Hello? Anyone?
Sure.
Oh, wait, maybe Ghost has been sacked. I mean, could it be the Kingdom of Akalan? Why are they sacking? Oh, shit.
The Wanderer guy I told you guys this morning said that he was responsible for the smoke.
He was responsible for what, sorry?
The smoke.
Oh, so the one... Oh, shit. That's not good.
You guys hear the shifting and the clanking of these chains as the portcullis is lowered. It takes a little while This is a very, very big wall.
Just quickly, a portcullis is like the gates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The drawbridge.
Yeah.
They go down, they don't go up.
This one goes down. So it's
Down,
it's one of those. There's the chains inside, and then it's like the drawbridge.
Also, the door's going.
No, the door's going like. Flop.
Oh, it's going. Whoop.
Yeah.
Ah, my bad.
Flump.
Cool.
It's going flump,
Sorry, I
not shum.
No, it's fine. You can hear the shifting of these massive wooden beams and trunks that are held together by these chains that drop. And eventually it kind of...
Well.
As it slams and sends a spray of snow up into the air. All of you kind of get it a little bit in your mouth and your clothes as it kind of just showers you. And on the other side, you can see backlit by what appears to be still the kind of flickering remains of fire. An enormous lumbering figure. Thick arms, way bigger than... You know how people usually describe them as pythons? This guy, his arms are enormous.
Tree trunks.
Tree trunks, yeah. He seems incredibly tall, and almost like the wall doesn't dwarf him at all. He's dressed in relatively simple clothing, just heavy furs and what appear to be like thick woolen shirt and trousers. But the coat kind of catches your eye as it shifts as he moves forward towards you, and you can hear the...
Can I roll a check to see what sort of creature this is?
Yeah, you can roll a perception check.
Okay.
You can see at his side he has an enormous warhammer that he's just kind of slowly swinging in front of him. That makes this huge kind of...
13.
as it carves in front of him. 13? Definitely giant adjacent. Yeah.
Adjacent, so I'm not sure that it's giant exactly.
No.
Oh.
Can I cast Thaumaturgy
To do what?
to stop the thing from coming at us?
Thaumaturgy is like a projection of
Yeah, I
your
know.
voice, so
You're
you're just
gonna-
going to
I
yell
just wanna
stop.
yell at him.
Like a bear.
So, what are you going to yell?
Make yourself big.
You're just screaming?
No.
Like, are you yelling specifically like stop, or what are you
Yeah.
yelling?
Oh, I don't know. Like,
Halt.
no. Well, yeah.
Stop,
kind of.
thief!
Stop!
Revive.
No. Like telling it to stop in its place, like
Freeze.
freeze,
Chill out.
hammer time.
Don't move!
Jeez.
Yeah, we'll just yell hold.
It's on my Overwatch found out there. Freeze, don't move.
Me?
Yeah, you're all
Nice.
welcome.
Do you reckon I could use Thaumaturgy to put out the fluffles?
The fluffles.
I don't know.
Thaumaturgy can
I-
snuff flames, I believe.
I think it does,
dim.
yeah.
Unless they're
It
magical.
says you can cause
I
flames
just-
to flicker, brighten, dim, or change
Change.
color. Oh! I'm gonna yell hold and like make the flames
Green?
Green.
I think that would be 2 applications of Thaumaturgy,
Oh.
unless you're just yelling with
Sorry.
your voice.
Technically, it would be every single
So-
flame would be a different one.
Can I cast Thaumaturgy as well to help Ash do what she wants?
Sure. But you'd have to communicate that to each other.
I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy to try and get it to stop moving.
Well,
This creature is
bruv.
still...
Oh, we gotta be quick. Oh my
3, 2, 1.
God.
That wasn't hot.
That's more like a cry.
The flames glow green.
The figure is moving quicker towards you.
What?
Hello? Why am sorry?
Gilbert puts a fair amount of distance between Ira and himself.
As the figure...
Ira, I think you pissed them
Can I
off.
inside to see if it's about to attack us or not?
Sure, roll an insight.
I think it would be a helpful place to start with.
Fucking hell.
A little bit of
Guys,
guidance.
guys, we haven't even been here for
Yeah,
5
I
minutes.
haven't even... I haven't even described this person to you, and you're all like, let's fucking kill him.
No, we're not killing.
That's a 12 to see if it's about to attack us or not.
What was
A
that?
12?
12.
Steve wasn't gonna bowl over us.
He
Maybe.
very well could. He's got a warhammer in his hand.
This guy's just doing his fucking job.
Could just
Like-
be a guy coming to check like who's
That's
the
why I
who's
want to
this
make sure
rich
it's not about to attack us rather than just shooting him.
The problem is, what
Big
if his job
equals
is killing
scary.
us?
Yeah, big equals scary.
Yeah.
You don't think he's going to attack you straight out of the gate?
Oh.
He's just advancing to see why you were yelling at the fucking gate.
Oh, I thought he was like jogging at us.
He is! He's
Oh.
crossing the portcullis at a jog. You can see this
That's
figure.
scary.
He's jogging towards you, the warhammer swinging in front.
Yeah, that's
As
terrifying.
he gets up towards
It is
you, you
pretty
can see a figure with a broad face that's kind of been pushed in slightly, a heavy bump to the nose. There's this thick, bushy beard that's kind of plaited down towards the front, with bangles that line the beard itself and kind of keep it in place. He has shaved sides of his head and a long kind of series of plaits that run down the back. And as this fur coat kind of gets closer and closer to you, you can see that it's unlike any animal that you've seen before. It's thick and heavy, and it seems to be a patchwork of the same type of animal that's kind of just been stitched together to fit over these broad shoulders. Stop your movement!
Yes.
Who goes there?
Your mom.
Just
Fucking get it, Ira.
You say that?
Please.
He stops and kind of the hilt of this warhammer kind of rests at the
I think he's a friend.
against these thick leather boots that go up to probably about the knee.
How tall am I in comparison to
I
this
was
guy?
just about to
Minuscule.
ask that.
So you guys are looking up at this guy is probably about 15 feet tall.
Okay, so
okay.
is that a bit more than double Evelyn's height?
Yeah.
Oh.
And definitely
He looks-
more than like 10 times my height. No,
He
not
looks
mine.
down towards you all. Who goes there?
Tis I,
Travelers.
June of Run Along,
Dilbert the Dweeb.
Dilbert the Dweeb,
Travelers.
Ira
The name.
have also run along.
What?
State your challenge.
Travelers? What?
Chat.
Roll
Generally
a,
thinking.
roll a history check.
Being normal.
Natural one, but I re-roll those. That only no. Fuck, I made it 2.
I got enough. That's
You
a
don't
5.
know exactly what he means.
What do you mean by chat? What? What?
Rock,
your
paper,
clan,
scissors.
your challenge.
I'm gonna shout.
Who
"We
sent you?
Aren't here to challenge.
Oh.
Still
Wait,
not
wait,
mean.
wait.
Huh?
You mean like what? I
I
get,
don't have time for this.
like I
This
guess
is
the
big-
Church of Luron. I guess is my
This,
way.
this guy's a giant,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Is
Stone giant, frost giant,
He was too far away if you didn't.
Oh, okay.
stone giant, frost giant, hill giant. What's the pigment?
Roll a. His skin has an odd kind of grey colour to it. You can roll a perception check for me.
17.
17.
17.
With the 17, you think that he is probably a stone giant.
Stone giant. Okay. Okay, and I do know that Gosa used to be inhabited by giants, right?
Yes.
So the fact. Right. Hi. We're the named. I didn't realize. Pardon me for being unaware. I didn't know that giants occupied Gosa these days.
Not giants. Giant.
Oh.
You run all of Gosa? Or are you the only giant in Gosa?
I am the only giant in Gosa at the moment.
Oh. Is everything okay? The smoke kind of suggests not.
Do you need help?
What help are you going to offer me, puny humans?
I'm a doctor.
We're adventurers. We fight evil and shit.
I've seen your type before. It means nothing to me. What is your challenge? Who sent you?
I guess ourselves.
No, like Luron.
What?
Andrea, this is... Speak, please. Please. Say anything.
As much as I respect Luron,
I'm like furiously
that
whispering
is
in
not
Montreal.
my god.
Give him evil god.
We do not share the same gods.
Say something.
Still, it'd be
Intimidate him.
helpful, wouldn't it?
To do what? To spread the gospel of your god that is not mine?
To put out the fire, hopefully.
Would
You want to help us put out fire.
Do you
Ideally.
do you need a doctor in there? I can practice medicine pretty
Are there
well.
more people inside?
You're a very good doctor.
Well,
He appraises you for a second. Kind of leans down slightly. You are a healer.
Yeah,
You use magic.
I can. I can also do the normal stuff as well.
Do you have experience with combat wound?
Very much so.
You're talking to the guy.
But I am trained in. I am a combat medic.
We already have a person of your type in there.
I mean, more medic can't hurt.
What will you bring to the table that they could not?
If someone dies within the minutes, I can bring them back from the dead.
Not that I hope that happens, but well, more hands are good. You, come.
Okay.
And he turns.
Jesus.
The rest
Also-
of you,
Just Abelard.
no.
stay.
What?
That one can grow very big. Play it, Kruger.
I grow very big.
Well, no, you can't very big anymore.
He seems surprised, but you also see
I'm
He
still
grips
quite
down-
small compared to him, though.
he
He
grips down the bottom towards the head of the warhammer and brings it up. You mean to challenge me?
Depends. What do I get out of a win?
No.
If you win, you think you can beat me? You don't even have a clan. And he kind of
Clan
steps
of-
back.
Clan of the named. We're a clan. We're a clan.
What?
We have
What?
enough people to make a clan anyway.
We only accept people that we recognize in here. Clans that are important to us.
What kind of clans would I know?
Roll another history check for me.
Mm.
Or an insight. Up to you.
That's better. Insight's better. That's a 1 every roll. That's better. 15.
You get the sense that he is acting as the gatekeeper, and he is, after being besieged and having this massive fire that kind of ravished the actual town itself, he's much less likely to let people in that he doesn't know or that won't be useful to him, which is why he's said yes to Abelard. What he's asking for with the clans, you've had some experience with learning about giants enough to know that what he means by a challenge is if there is a divine being or a god that has sent you as a part of a clan to go off into adventure.
I've been tasked by the Omen Killer themselves to find the Wanderer and all their chaos and wipe it off this plane of existence. At me and my allies.
Yeah.
He squints down towards you. The Omen Killer. As you pull out the symbol, you watch as his eyes widen, and the symbol itself seems to give off a faint green glow. Now that is a god I recognize. You, tiny one, come. The
Alright.
rest of you stay.
But
Well-
we're with him.
But I said that they were with me.
We're part of his clan,
You
so you
mean
kind
to
of have
tell
to.
me that not only has the Omen Killer sent someone who is of such small stature, she decided to send the whole crew of small statured people.
Exactly right.
We travel together, kind of.
I pointed at A9. That one's an engineer.
What does this mean?
They can fix things that are broken, like buildings.
Can also
Not
build.
people.
You want to fix this wall for us?
If I take a look at the wall, how bad is this?
There are sections of it that are caved in.
Caved
and it
in.
would take a lot of strength or a feat of engineering genius to try and pull it up together again.
Just on the spot, do I have any bright ideas about how I might achieve that?
You tell me, how would you like to achieve that?
So you say it's caved in, as in the walls, like...
Yeah, section of
Fallen
it. So
inwards?
that it's built in sections that are held together by chain, and part of the sections, so some of it's standing and some of it has just kind of been pushed over onto the ground, kind of held kind of by a strand of chain.
Hey, Nine, what if you made a big net? It doesn't have to be made of the same wall, right?
Hey, 9?
I grow tired of this.
We're all trying to find
Hey, nine,
the
hey,
Wanderer together and defeat them because we've got a grudge against them.
You're telling me that the Omen Killer has sent you on fool's errand. She
Yeah.
hasn't sent you to challenge the other group, has she?
She
What-
has sent me on a mission to prove my worth, and to me, the most worthy thing I can think of is to wipe out this evil that plagues everyone.
Including Zorax.
What?
A Zorak.
What is a Zorak?
Roll you can both roll a history check.
Is that the guy? I feel like that's probably the guy.
18.
There's an 18.
11.
Unfortunately, you have no idea what Zorak means.
Yeah.
You don't get the sense that he's talking about a particular person. He's talking about a group of people.
If they're a problem for you and they're bad, then yes.
I don't know what a Zorak is.
Start with us trying to find a big snail creature in the sky.
You're
Centipede.
sent by the Omen Killer, yes?
Hmm.
What is your opinion on our Yon?
Didn't I learn like ages ago that the Yon got overthrown?
Yeah.
Well, did I? Well, I did in your pre. Are we talking the new Yon, or the one that was overthrown like a couple of weeks ago?
True Yon.
That doesn't. Who was the Yon? Do I know anything about the Yon? Like, do I know at least know their name?
What did you roll for your history check?
Before? Just
Yeah.
then? No, 11.
Not too much, no.
Well, I mean, they mustn't have been a strong warrior if they were removed from the Yon position. The title of greatest warrior can be held to as a Yon. So
You watch as his face drops into... It was calculating and trying to appraise you, but it drops into a very kind of cold and detached
I'm only going off the facts I know.
expression. And he kind of steps back. I changed my mind. You, no use to me. The two of you, metal creature, and you, doctor, come. You,
what did I do?
stay.
Do you appreciate people that can make fire?
What,
He takes a step towards you.
what about the chosen of Maya?
It means nothing to me.
Okay.
You, fuck off. And he steps back.
I just did.
And he's heading
Anyone
towards
doesn't
the gate.
respect you. I don't respect you.
I look at the pie, I'm just like...
I don't even know.
Find a way to get us.
Heal stuff. Gozer is on fire.
Find a way to get us in. We'll
Okay.
wait out here.
Alright then, I guess we're
You
good.
can try and persuade him more.
Okay, I'll be just like,
He's not going to accept any more persuasion from
Honestly.
Kruger
I
or from Dilbert.
That just makes what I said so much. I didn't even realize,
Oh.
but that makes what I said so much funnier. And I think that
Dilbert.
I would have said it more if I knew.
kind
that
of jogging
that
a
would be
catch up
the case.
almost. I'm just like, are you
I'm-
sure?
I
I mean,
even
I'm
regret
sure
it.
that you could do with some extra fighters. As much as they are idiots, they are experienced.
And I know I could use a hand putting that wall back together.
You can both roll a persuasion check, or one of you can roll with advantage.
I don't metagaming, you filthy animal.
Ah, mad respect, James. Mad respect.
Abelard keeps insulting us.
Why don't we both roll?
Yeah.
I know you're definitely better
I
than
feel
me.
like I'm not very
Don't you
smart.
both have a
Respect
negative?
yourself.
Oh, thank God. I
I
got
do.
4 on my guidance.
Some people
19.
don't.
On the triangle.
Okay.
Yeah, but
11.
Big introspective.
19 on my persuasion.
Oh, thank God.
He kind of, he doesn't stop his stride, he's just expecting you to hurry up. And he turns towards you. You trust them not to make fire in my camp again.
I didn't light this fire.
I will personally guarantee it.
I'm gonna give like a cautious look at Avalon.
Empty words to me, but the rest of you, if I see any trouble, I will squash you like a bug.
Base.
That
Get
goes
it?
to everyone. If you start a single fire, I will kill you.
I mean, no fires.
You will be watched closely.
Whatever.
Do
No
you mind
fire.
taking me to your current medic? I wish for a rundown of the situation.
That is not a job for me. That is a job for a Cyric.
Okay.
He steps through the portcullis, waiting for you all to kind of make your way across.
Yeah, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to
You
go,
hear the
Gilbert?
heavy.
Do you want to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to be left outside.
I'd stay with you.
Yeah, but I don't. I
It's
feel like that
beginning
would
to
be
raise
silly.
as you watch as he grips the heavy chains and begins to tug with just himself lifting this enormous
Are we all inside?
drawbridge. I'm assuming you're
Yeah,
hurrying
I'm going,
to
I'm
get
going, I'm
inside.
going, I'm
Yeah,
Yes,
Avalon, Avalon's trying to keep pace with the giant.
sure.
He's like running.
That would be unnecessary. A little
You
bit.
guys all manage to cross the portcullis in time, and you hear it kind of settle back into place. Around you, you can see the charred remains of wooden buildings that are kind of scattered across the space. It all seems a little bit too quiet, like people have kind of either fled from the space, they're hiding. The smoke is still kind of rising into the air, but it seems to be a collective smoke rather than one that's kind of burning from one site in particular. Several little smokestacks spiral up into the sky. There are several different staircases that ascend these hills as it gives a kind of tiered effect to the city with these huge doorways that look like they were once made for the giants, like the ones you see before you. There are heavy weaponry that line the walls, waiting to just be snatched up and used in battle. Several large craters with boulders in the center appear to have been hurled and kind of splash mud out to the side, and other snow that is kind of impacted so hard that it's thrown around. There's one central building that's elevated above the rest on its own tier. It's far bigger than any of the buildings that you guys had seen before or been in. You assume it's probably because it has to house, or has once housed, giants. It appears to have several floors to it, and that same thatching to its kind of steepled roof. From the side, you can see he turns and kind of releases this sharp whistle, and you can hear this heavy lumbering as this figure begins to head towards you, kind of hunched over and almost running with an odd gait that's kind of like that's mismatched, so it doesn't seem like a regular stride. You can see a figure that's cloaked in a hood and heavy furs heading towards you. They seem probably only about 8 feet tall, not as tall as this giant, and they are kind of hunched over. They have like thick, ropey forearms that seem to kind of swing down as it like lumbers towards you again. It stops and goes to kind of stand at the side of this giant, who turns and, with a gesture to your party, show them to the med bay. They have doctor. And you can hear this be kind of grumbling or snuffling slightly, and you hear the as it kind of flicks its hood back, and you can see what appears to be that same kind of broad shape of face. Completely bald head, that greyish pigment to the skin. The nose of this face has been kind of smashed and pushed in, and the head is kind of tilted at an odd angle as it stares down at you. Its eyes are very kind of wide and open, doesn't seem to blink too much as it looks towards you.
Medicine check?
Yeah, you can roll a medicine check.
Is this a kind of Grothian, or is this just an overly large creature or something?
You can roll a nature check.
Natural 20.
Unnatural 20. This figure is slightly deformed. Actually, hugely deformed. They seem to be Goliath.
I was going to say 14.
Yeah, they seem to be a Goliath.
Oh, that poor bastard.
And appears to have been not only deformed, but has been in several fights or skirmishes that's kind of left the nose broken and smashed in. It kind of heads over to you now. Let me get up my notes.
The rogue needs to take you to the med bay.
Yeah, yes. To the med bay, please.
Who are you?
I am Abelard. I am a doctor.
Abelard.
And it kind of heads over towards you. Studies you, gets within an inch of your face, or where your beak is.
You are the doctor.
Yeah.
Rogue likes you.
Kind of looking at the rest of you.
Where are the names?
You're funny.
Adventuring troop trying to find out what caused all this damage, and maybe...
We don't have your type around here.
What's our type? Adventurers?
Small.
Yeah.
They're here to help fix the wall.
Very tiny.
Yeah.
We get that, yeah.
You haven't shrunk yet, though?
No, it only lasts a minute, so I would have...
Sure.
Yeah, would have shrunk. Small boy.
You're very big.
Thank you. Rogue prides himself on his size.
And he kind of pushes out his chest.
We didn't catch your name.
Rogue.
Rock.
I said it many times.
Rogue.
Rogue.
Rock.
Rogue.
Rogue.
Rog.
Rogue.
R-O-G. Rog.
Rogue.
Deformed.
He kind of lumbers towards you. He's almost animal-like as he moves up towards you, June.
Human.
Yeah,
He's
human
the
face.
one with the question nose, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the name of the gate guard again?
catch
You
their
guys
name.
didn't ask, no.
Okay.
I was gonna, but they don't like. But they don't like.
But he heads up towards you, June. Kind of, again gets within an inch of your face. It kind of squints slightly. These huge eyes that kind of narrow.
I would like to look into his eyes as well.
Yeah.
What sort of eye does he have? Does he
Like
have
what
just a
colour?
regular circle iris?
Yeah.
Okay. And his mannerisms are just bestial in their movements. Do his
Yeah.
hands and feet look different to how I would expect any ape and sort of creature to look?
No. They don't look different. They look like humanoid hands. There are several calluses on it, and the fingers are kind of they're thick, so it kind of looks like he has a huge hand compared to what you might expect
Like
for a regular.
ratio-wise?
Yeah, but he has a really big forearm as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the size of his forearm is probably the size of your torso.
This guy's massive.
Yeah, he's
What's his spine look like?
It's hunched. He's got a hunchback.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming I would fit within his hand then.
Yeah, easily.
Okay.
yeah.
Lovely to meet you, Rug.
Rogue.
Rog.
Thank you. You are.
I'm June of Runalorn.
I don't know what that is.
Way down south from here, I believe. It's been a long journey, and I didn't
Which
even.
way is south?
Oh, I love him.
So the sun travels in one direction, and the opposite direction to that. But like not opposite as in the direction the sun travels. Like the, you know what? It's
the sun goes this way and the south is that way.
yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, I love this guy.
Which way does the sun travel across the sky on this world?
Same as here.
Okay, cool. I didn't know if that was like a change.
Rog, I've got not much to do around here. Can I come hang with you?
Brock doesn't do much.
It'd still be fun to hang out. I can teach you a game.
What kind of game?
Rock, paper, scissors?
What is that?
We could do rog, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like this in me, Rob.
Yeah, there's a new rog.
Oh, he's so stupid.
It's a pretty simple game.
I love this guy.
So, rock beats scissors. Rock.
Rock beats scissors.
Rock beats scissors.
What is scissor?
Scissor. This is scissor.
This.
Sometimes this is scissor, but mostly this is scissor.
You're hitting his brain.
These are both scissors.
Right, so.
Rock.
Rock.
Wait, there's one more.
Rock, scissor.
Yeah? Paper.
Rock scissor.
And paper beats rog.
Rog is such a slay.
Paper beats rock.
Paper beats rog. Do you know what paper is?
There's it in book.
Imagine lots of it. That would beat rog. An avalanche of paper.
Because I can write.
No, because it would crush you. Rog, paper, scissor.
Why we do this?
It's the dance before you begin the game.
Why would we dance?
Ceremony, really.
He begins to like shuffle side
What
to
is
side.
No, no, just
Yes!
the dance. Would you like to dance?
What is the stone giant doing? Is we just getting
The stone giant moved off.
Okay.
I'll dance in the similar pattern to Rog as I also do this.
Well,
Rog,
we dance at the same time.
paper, scissor, shoot.
Scissor.
Did you throw scissor?
But I don't know.
Scissor?
Do I one?
You pick one. You pick either. This is very young, Rog. You pick either Rog,
Right.
paper, or scissor. Rug, paper, scissors, shoot.
Rug.
Paper.
Rug.
I'm sorry, you've lost this one, Rog.
Why?
You can't.
Because
have- Rog
Rog
does
beats
not lose.
paper.
Rog chose Rog.
Wait, no, paper beats Rog.
Rabbit, I am Rog and I would be paper.
Not a lot of paper, though. Imagine an avalanche of paper, Rog.
Why would there be an avalanche?
Someone put it in very high up.
Forgive me for.
It's a hypothetical game, Rog.
What does that mean?
It means not real. Fictional?
What?
It means mythical. Story.
Oh, I like stories.
It's a story game. It didn't happen.
Do you have a story?
I have a story.
Sorry to be a mother, but
Yeah.
do you have injured people that need to be taken care of?
Not important.
What?
This is more important than that.
Once upon a time, Rog, there was a hill where a
Mr. Doctor Man, you want to go to med?
I would like.
Yes.
Yeah.
someone put a whole bunch of paper at the top of the hill,
Well,
Rog.
lots of people say that Rock needs to walk and do things at the same time, so can we
That's a good idea, Rog.
That's good advice.
You take
You're
up
wrong spot
stories
on
while
No.
you take us
Respect
to the sick
yourself.
That's
Way
it.
smarter than me.
Who are you?
He knows his
I'm
name.
Kuga.
You are quite small.
I'm. Yes.
You have a cool sword, though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's made out of a giant.
The skin of your people, I have turned it into a blade.
I have heard of these things before.
Yeah. It's very sharp, very dangerous. It kills lots of monsters.
What kind of monster?
He's walking like
yeah,
slowly,
yeah.
like lumbering.
On the
along.
way, on the way. I killed nasty eat big bugs. I've killed
Like
little.
how big bug?
That would have been large creatures, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Like probably around your size, just on all fours.
A rock-sized bug.
Nearly, yeah.
That sounds gross.
It was very gross. We've killed tiny little imps that were smaller than us,
Right.
but there were lots of them. We fought
Sounds cool.
a devil monster with a big
Uh.
long beard and a big sword.
I've seen them.
Yeah, that thing was
They
crazy.
were here.
Here.
Yeah.
They're here. That's why all the smoke.
I don't know.
Can you tell us what's happened to the town?
Well, one night we woke up and there was like big fire.
Big fire.
Yeah, we see figure standing in middle of fire.
Did they have a cloak over them and look kind of
I
scared?
could not see.
Couldn't see.
They were too dark.
Too dark. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe they had hood. I don't know.
Okay.
And then there were like these flying things that like swoop in and they would make fire again.
Small, red, with wings.
Yes.
Kind of like that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We know exactly what you're dealing
And
with.
there were like bigger ones that had like spear and things. And
Bigger ones.
Yeah.
Did you eat one?
No, they would not let Rogue.
But Rogue would have.
Yeah.
Based.
I love this guy.
Tastes nice.
I agree.
What?
What?
You never had it before?
What? Devil?
Listen to this guy.
Okay. I'm not on my palate.
What?
This is culture. Don't speak down to it.
Do I know if that's Grothkin culture to eat? I wouldn't know that. They
Rogue's
don't eat
culture, at the
devils.
very least.
Well, yeah, true.
You
It could be
can
rogue culture.
You can roll a history check for me.
I do it with advantage because that seems very not like what giants would do, eating dead things or eating devils.
Yeah, go for it.
Sweet. Oh, fuck, what are my rolls? Which tonight? That's only. It's a 7.
A 7? You don't recall reading anything about the diet of giants that would include eating devils and demons and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Maybe it's just a rogue thing.
It's a rogue thing. I'm gonna go as a rogue thing. Okay. That big.
Just rogue things.
Just rogue.
That's Rogue things.
that bigger giant. What's his deal? What's
He
his?
is gatekeeper. I am Zurich.
You're what?
A Zurich.
What does that mean?
Good job.
I run and do things for him.
Oh, what's the gatekeeper's name?
Turek. Do you think that's funny name?
Out of character, sounds like Turak.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Is it spelled like Torak?
Torok.
Torok.
Toruk.
Thank you. Torok. Thank you. Gatekeeper.
I'm the keymaster.
He's
That's
a
for all of
gatekeeper.
that's for all my Ghostbusters fans.
Yeah.
How did it feel going from the rogue voice to I'm the keymaster?
Great.
Nice.
I'm a professional voice actor.
Professional.
I'm a professional. Just you wait.
Just you wait.
This fire rug. This happened a couple of nights ago.
Maybe 2.
2.
No.
2? That wouldn't lie.
Wait for it. Rogue's thinking. Give Rogue time.
Maybe 3.
That would line up. We were in the forest and we saw large plumes of smoke, so that tracks.
Rogue had to rip down tree and forest.
That's
Good.
impressive, Rogue.
You're very strong.
Thank you.
About this time, he brings you guys to the largest building that you guys had seen in the city itself. You can hear that the inside there appears to be clattering about, there appears to be muffled talking, movement inside, and it seems to be bustling compared to the rest of this relatively quiet city. You can hear, as Rog approaches, there's this kind of rattle as he steps over the stones that kind of shift underneath his feet. There's like a very thin layer of cobblestone. Of snow and then cobblestone. And he seems very heavy. But he knocks on this heavy wooden door that kind of under the weight of his massive forearm and hand that just kind of slam into it.
Felt that in my
And it
bones.
seems to not move at all like you would expect it to. It just holds in place. But the doorway itself is at least 20 feet high. And he just kind of waits.
It's like 10 times my
Rogue
size.
will let you in when they say.
It takes maybe about 5 minutes. And you can hear that there are locks inside that just kind of and open. And the
Big door.
yeah, as the handle turns and then the door opens. And inside you can see what appears to be a bustling med bay that's been like makeshift within this food hall. The long banquet tables have been set up with supplies of kind of all different medical supplies, different types of scalpels. There are a couple of weapons that have been thrown on there as well. There's countless bandages and leather straps and things like that that are kind of lining this table itself. There are a couple of people that are sat at them that appear to be stitching things. And all along the walls you can see row upon row of these cots that are set up with just countless people that are being tended to by different healers of all kinds. You can see people with long green robes of the Literosian Inquisition that you'd seen before. People that seem to have similar robes to the students that you'd seen in Ronalorm that spoke to Lindosa. And you can see people in heavy furs and things like that that just kind of move throughout the space.
Is it a wide mix of race in here? Is it like
They appear to be mostly Goliaths.
Any kobolds? Is there anyone small?
Yeah.
You can roll
Anyone our size?
You can roll a perception check for me.
Yay! I think that's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20? You don't see anyone your size, but you do see several of the figures that are actually acting as healers are regular, like humanoid size. So then they might be a little bit taller or a little bit shorter, but no kobolds, unfortunately.
Can I turn a Rogue? Who's in charge of Mid Bay?
Let's see.
Does Rog know?
Well, I don't think we have someone in charge. But
And he thinks, pauses, and you can see his heavy brow kind of settles into place as he stares. It takes a little while for him to think.
we do have a visiting lady who goes by the name of Kimberly.
Where is?
He scans the space, and he points her out in like a back corner. You can see a figure that's leaning over a figure that's in one of these cots. She appears to have a kind of flowing, almost velvet cloak that hangs off the shoulder. It appears to be a deep, deep purple, almost black in colour, from how far you can see.
Avalon makes his way over there.
The rest of you following? I assume June might stay with Rog, I don't know.
Oh, I'm gonna stick back with Rog as well.
Sure.
Rogue is not allowed to go in. Rogue break things. It's
Well-
too big to fit to the thing.
Well, I think I have a task that might suit someone as strong as you quite perfectly.
What is that?
Well, I'm sure you've noticed the massive hole in the wall. Perhaps in a little bit you could help me put that back together.
Absolutely. What is your name?
My friends call me A9.
A9.
I know it's a bit of a strange name, but
Do you have one you prefer?
I think A9 is growing on me.
Well, I'm Rogue.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Rog.
And Rog. Oh, I love it.
Okay, I help you move.
Pinky in the brain.
All right, I guess
in the brain, yo. Except
we'll head
Pinky-
off to the
Pinky
wall.
swore.
Yeah, sure. Rog lumbers off to the wall with you. He's a very jaunty fellow. For someone of such intimidating stature. He's just kind of lumbering along happily.
Rog. I want a Rog tattoo. Rog's back.
Love Rog.
Love
Rog.
Busby, get out of here. We have Rog.
The rest of you head towards the figure in the corner.
Cool.
Sure.
Does June go with Rog and A9, I guess?
I'll say after when Xander gets back we can determine that. After you have had Rog pointed out to you, you make your way over into this back corner and you can see this figure still leaning over and appears to be stitching what looks like an amputated leg. The bone is kind of broken in an odd way at the femur. Did you stay with Rog and A9? Or do you want to go to the...
I'll stick with Rog.
Sure.
Rog is friend.
Cool. Sure.
Rog is friend.
It appears to be stitching this broken femur that's kind of split in the center and caved in. The figure appears to be completely passed out, and there's somebody else kind of attending at the head. As you get closer, you can see this figure has long brown hair that falls in rivulets around her face and down her back. The armor that she wears appears to have these intricate pauldrons that kind of they're sharp as they go out and kind of almost like a wave or a series of waves that kind of stretch across the shoulder. The actual armor itself is an intricate lattice of intersecting swirls and patterns that link together and shimmer kind of, but they're gunmetal grey. She's just kind of tending the wound.
Oh, yes, I'll wait patiently.
Interestingly enough, you can see with your passive perception that her ears appear to be elven, so they're kind of pointed at the back.
I will wait patiently.
Sure. Eventually she straightens up and she speaks lowly to the figure in the bed. And there is a kind of gesture from one of the figures that are attending this patient as well, which she gets kind of hailed over by somebody on the other side, and she begins to stride towards it. She turns, not paying any mind towards you, but you can see the impression of sharp jaw and like hair that kind of rests and curls around just the tops of high angular cheekbones. In her hair, as she turns, you can also see that there's a diadem of sorts that kind of curls around, and the intricate braids and plaits kind of weave around this diadem to keep it in place. A singular gem kind of hanging down just in front of the forehead.
Just like raise my hand. Excuse me, Rogue said you were in charge.
Hello, what can I do for you?
I'm a doctor. It's more what, how can I help?
You're a doctor.
Yeah.
Come with me.
Right, I'll go with.
We'll see what you can do. She kind of strides forward. She turns towards you and you can see that her eyes are a steely grey, cold and calculating. She also has a kind of... It's almost like war paint that kind of stretches down across the side of her face in two thick, almost like... They're like jagged lines, almost like a lightning bolt, down the side of her face. She doesn't pay attention to the rest of your group that are kind of lingering behind. Tell me, where did you study?
I studied. What's the name of it? It would be the Argentum Umbra, or I just said it. I studied in Dorothea. Cool.
You're not from here.
Very much so.
I could tell. And she kind of strides forward, and you can see that the person that's kind of hailing her, she spins on a heel and heads towards there.
Yeah.
You can see what appears to be a young woman who's had a cavity kind of made out of her chest.
Oh.
Well, tell me, what would you do with this?
Medicine check, I guess.
Sure, roll a medicine check.
Don't stop. Yes, the medicine check.
It's an important thing.
Sticks a lollipop in.
15.
15. This would definitely require some sort of magical healing, though you can kind of pick around the bones and kind of get them out of the site of the wound to try and close it up. But she seems to be taking a hands-off approach and is just kind of standing back.
Can I blow up that
The
level
arms
cures
crossed.
wound on them?
Sure. Sure you can.
Why are you blowing it on him?
Yeah, I guess I'll lay my hand on the wound and cast cure wounds at that level.
Interesting. You're a man of magic.
Bit of both. I can do the physical stuff as well, but this seems to be probably more need of magic to do it.
Good. We don't have many of those around here. She kind of is studying you really, really closely.
Yes.
Where did you say you're from?
Lurothia.
You follow Luron.
Yes.
Fascinating. She turns to the rest of your party and kind of appraises them as well. She's waiting to see, she's kind of keeping half an eye on you to see if you what your bedside manner is like with the patient who's like woken up screaming from the wound being knitted together.
Well, basically, it will be alright soon. It hurts for a bit, but it will get better.
He's a professional.
And then I'll go over and just like, I'll like point to Ira. And I'll be like, those two can both do magical healing, but only a little bit. Kruger is strong. Dilbert, do not let near the wounded.
Cool.
I can cauterize the wounds.
You cauterize.
We have been told we're not allowed to start fires in here.
Yeah.
True enough.
My main draw has been taken away from me.
Do not let him near the wounded.
Woe is me! I say in a dramatic way.
You talk too much. Stop.
It's like your first time talking.
Wow. I feel like I've been quiet this whatever.
Till it cries.
The figure kind of turns her head towards both of you. You say you can heal magically?
Only slightly.
What can you do?
I can heal 25 points of damage.
Do you want me to roll hit points heal the first level heal wound? Or? Okay.
I can recite words magically and they'll heal. That's about it. That's the most of my abilities for healing.
You say a prayer and you heal them.
I don't say a prayer.
You're not a follower of Luron?
Mm-mm.
Who do you worship?
Busby.
Bars.
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 Yo, got some sick beats.
20 hit points healed.
Perfect.
You say that
kind
to
of
people like
the figure in bed that you just healed slumps back and like is relieved that this cavity has kind of been stitched up again. And you, not bars?
No. Just agree and move on. Is it obvious or do I have to tell you? I was seeing them like 6 symbols of Chibot and I'm like.
She looks down at the symbols. Back up. You don't need to tell me, I know. Bold.
Yep.
They have healing magic there?
Just me.
Just you. What makes you special?
I have better connections.
Very well. Do your duty.
Let's go.
Can I pick the 6 most wounded looking people
Yeah, go for it.
and cast Mass Healing Word?
Yo, Abelard's just
She turns towards you, Ira. And you, Spars, you say?
Mm-hmm. Who do you worship?
Isn't it obvious?
Who does you worship?
I never guessed it.
Can I roll some kind of check? To
Yeah, roll an insight check or a perception check.
We'll do a religion check.
I have
Yep.
I don't know why I did a religion check. I'm better at insight, but 7. I am too distracted with healing.
21 on a perception.
You can see what appears to be the shape of a doorway surrounded by what appears to be the curve of a G. So,
Well, you don't know what makes sense, unfortunately.
No, but
Lucky us.
lucky
it
me.
kind of it is. There's a brooch that she wears that kind of pins the cloak underneath her pauldron, and a symbol that hangs just in front of her chest. She's relatively tall. I'd say probably about 6 feet. And she's relatively slender as well, like wiry. And she has kind of thin scars that run down her face on the side that has the two kind of wavy, jagged lines. We went from Rog to this, it's crazy.
I'm also in love with Rog.
Yeah.
Roll a
Different
religion
I'm
check
in love
for
with
me.
Rog.
Different kind of love.
I
don't
heal
know.
11 hit points, the most
Mhm.
weird people.
Are you actually in
Thank
love with
you.
Rogue? Wow.
That's
Only a 10.
That's based. I respect
You have no idea. With a 10, you have no idea.
Dilbert's a child. Dilbert doesn't feel love for anyone.
She looks towards Ira.
This is not true.
Go on then, prove your worth. I have no time for useless people.
I'll like go to whoever's closest
Mm-hmm.
and do my tiny little amount of healing that I can do.
Sure. You can see an older gentleman who's had his eye completely blown out. And he kind of tilts his head sluggishly towards you.
Oh wait, I lied. I can cure wounds.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Cure wounds as well.
I'm just gonna say
I
Val.
believe-
with-
I feel like
Can't heal.
one day I might be able to heal, but I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
right now, so...
Val can help.
I
Val
say
can
that in
help.
character.
Val's a druid.
Yeah, Val can
Foreshadowing my own development.
help. Oh shit.
Keep
Okay.
dreaming, maybe one day you'll get there.
Sorry, I got really excited. Can I cast Lesser Restoration, which can end either one disease or one condition afflicting it? The condition may be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
I'll say that you'd have to go to a different person for that, but I'll absolutely let you do that.
Is blinded the same as losing
Oh,
an eye?
No, so that's why
Yeah.
I'm saying you can go to a different person.
Otherwise,
who...
I'll just cast Cure Wounds
You can do both if you want.
level 2. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do both. She seems impressed. She doesn't smile or anything, but she kind of,
She does
well
the.
done.
What do I roll for?
Can I use my channel divinity and
Sure.
start like I kind of like stand in the middle of like a large clump of injured people?
Guy.
Yeah.
Sure.
Preserve life, yeah.
I know, right? So like a large clump of people, and I suppose I start chanting, and my channel divinity kind of looks like a constellation, I guess.
Awesome.
Kind of coming around as like an aura, and I'll just kind of restore like enough hit points to keep them alive.
Cool.
So,
I like that. You can see this silvery kind of projection of stars that arrange themselves into constellations above the wounded people that Abelard is healing in the center of this room.
kind of comes across as like chant and
This guy
Worry.
going off.
I know, right?
She turns back to you. So,
Nigel will like go towards someone that's probably not like deeply healed like how Abelard can. Nigel's a loser that can only do 1d4 or 2d4s maybe. And just like,
you can see a young boy with a broken arm.
yes, little child.
Child heal.
I healed 12.
I scored 25.
Well done.
Thanks, Wolf.
I'll go up to the
Do you call her that?
What?
No.
I'll go up to the child semi-awkwardly. I don't want to seem intimidating, and I know I do seem intimidating to smaller people often. So I just kind of slowly walk up and just like, you'll be alright. Just like, I don't do this.
I look at Nadri, I'm just like,
I don't do this, but I'm casting healing word as I do it.
I just go by Dilbert. I'm like, we're very out of place here.
I go up to someone. Does anyone look cold?
Oh,
It's relatively warm in
Damn
here,
it.
but it's a snowy environment, so yeah, you'd probably be able to find somebody that's cold.
Like just someone who looks uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a blanket, perhaps.
Sure.
I go try and find someone that looks cold.
Mm-hmm. What'd you do? You just
I
warm them up,
go up
stand
and
next to them?
say, hi, and then I offer them a hug.
Sure. You see this kind of frail older woman who kind of wraps her arms around you, kind of rests her head on yours where you're getting off heat.
that's so sweet.
Like a puppy.
So sweet.
The
I
other
like-
woman or you?
Me, I'm the puppy. I
I'm the
like
puppy.
warm myself up to a comfortable
Alright,
temperature.
so use both third levels.
I am the one who puppy.
Yeah.
I just wanted to feel
and I'm just
included.
like, yeah,
I was just a lost dog
I'm
looking
just
for
gonna
love.
let Val, Mark make up his decisions when he gets
Sure.
back. But
She turns towards you,
There's
studying.
HP
Um,
to the child.
The child looks down, goes, "Whoa, thanks."
Kill him! Murder the child!
She's kind of standing back, studying you, arms crossed. Your bedside manner could use work.
I haven't learned how to do this for long. So,
Kind of an unexpected route for your kind.
Wait.
yeah.
Keep it to yourself.
I might not be all what I
We aren't.
You're saying this to her?
Yeah. We aren't here to be criticised.
Yeah.
We're here clearly helping.
It's
Who
Keep
said
it
that
to
was a
yourself.
criticism?
it's fine. I know what I can.
Am I
act
still
like.
within earshot?
I mean, you're off on a bed with some.
Old
Yo!
woman.
Dilbert's getting some.
for the sake of it, I'm burning all my spell slots on healing.
Sure.
As I go around just healing people.
We're gonna get
Fine, I
attacked.
didn't take
and
this
we're all gonna
criticism.
die.
Yep. I hope we don't get in a fight because I've got my
know
spell
how
slots.
I can appear to be to people that know. So,
I only meant my dealings with your faith have been lackluster.
I know that there are certain opinions of it.
Okay, I'm gonna go off and give someone a cure to something.
Sure. You guys go off and make your way healing people.
I'm just in the middle watching Dilbert being a healer and like literally the four others just going around casting healing. I'm over here like,
Does my hug start like a group hug?
I can now cast
Sure.
Cure Wounds.
Like people are like, oh yeah.
Sure, if you wanted to. There are people like lining up to hug you.
Yes.
Someone like
Um,
sees from the guy and Dilb's just like.
She turns
Yeah, come
towards
on.
you, Kruger,
Everyone's invited.
and you don't heal.
I am here to help where I can.
How do you feel about blood?
Not bad. Blood's blood.
Follow me. She
I
takes
didn't,
you
wait,
off.
I didn't catch your name, sorry.
Kimberly.
Nice to meet you, Kimberly. You're awfully. I thought Nandria was scary. You're awfully intimidating.
I thought not.
I'm told I have quite a blunt disposition.
I mean, it's kind of cool, but also kind of like you could cut me open. You're not
I
gonna cut me open,
wouldn't.
right?
I wouldn't,
Thank you.
but I might make you suffer.
She looks
Mummy!
Whoa, what the hell? did happen?
Kruger ever so slightly blushes and is like,
Ever so slightly, Kruger goes red.
Dilbert's getting some
Kruger
like
turns
grandma
into
action
Dilbert.
right now for real.
Gilf.
I'm getting that
Red.
gilf action for real.
Where's the blood?
She's striding over to like in between different people that kind of call her attention there. You watch as she places hands on wounds and begins to kind of close her eyes. This dark purple light kind of wisps out from her hands. It seems almost spectral, and almost like another hand kind of presses over the top of hers.
What?
And she sometimes passes off different implements to you, like gauze pads, sterilization, and gets you to hold like scalpels and other knives and things that she's using. You're basically like her scrub person.
Go, as long as I'm being productive.
She sometimes chats to you in between, and your mission here is what?
We were on our way to we're on our way further north, and we were passing by,
You're
and
doing
we just
it wrong.
oh like
Your
that.
hand needs to be underneath.
Oh, like that.
Very clumsy.
It's my first time. But we saw the smoke and we thought, oh, maybe that people need help. And, well, here we are.
Noble.
We were talking to Rog before about that there were about the fires like 3 days ago.
He's very kind.
He's very nice. He's very sweet for a big guy. What happened? Did anyone see who started the fires? Other than the monsters that Rog's mentioned?
Not that I could tell. Whoever started the fire was long gone by the time I arrived.
You're not. Oh, so you're not from. Yeah.
No.
Why is she here?
I travelled.
Are you part of the Prussian, the Tarosian?
Neither. I go where my mistress tells me.
That was gonna be my next question. That amulet, it's like a god. Can I make some sort of religion or a history check or something?
Yeah, make a religion check.
Don't know why I said religion. I'm not religious. That's a dirty wrong.
How are you feeling, Leah?
It's so Shatterheart coded.
Yo, natural 20.
This.
You immediately
Is it
take a look.
rifle?
You immediately take a look at this symbol, and you can see, as it catches the light, you study it for a second, and it's the symbol of Eklios.
Ah, that was my second guess. I was like, it's either Rothel or Eklios, because we're near the Temple of Eklios.
Spirits.
Makes
Spirits.
sense. Yeah. Oh! Eklios! Cool.
My lady warned me that there would be
Weirdos.
some sort of necessity for transporting spirits across the Vale. She said there would be death, and that I would be needed.
How many have passed so far?
From what I can tell, close to 100.
Oh, right.
Not a pretty sight.
No, we recently lost a friend, acquaintance, like a
Sorry
few days
to hear
ago.
that.
Yeah, it was quite.
If
Just
you
kinda-
like, I can keep an eye out for their spirit across the Vale.
If you see anybody that it's kind of, dwarfish, has a bit of a ginger beard strap, and has a really kind of dopey but polite gesture, and the name's Busby, just let them know that the name say hi.
She takes her hand off the wound. You can see that it's perfectly stitched closed. She's
How the
very, very
how did you do
experienced at what she does. And she
Wow.
closes her eyes for a second, and you watch as she taps just the symbol that's kind of hanging in front of her chest. You can see this kind of purple light that begins to leak out from underneath the closed eyes.
Based.
And she focuses, brow slightly furrowed. Busby. I don't think I've encountered him so far, but I will keep an eye out.
Thank you.
Oh,
He was nice to
No.
us. He was a good friend.
Shall I tell him the name?
Yeah.
Wish him well.
If you could.
Easy
Or,
enough.
Krugar, Dilbert, just one of those names would be good.
Easy enough to do.
Thank you.
Very well. Come.
Yep,
She
yep.
kind of takes you to another bed. And kind of hands you a scalpel. Hold this.
Yeah, sure.
Don't hold it like you're afraid of it.
I'm not afraid of it. Look, did you see this?
Impressive. A big sword. Is that supposed to scare me?
Only the bad guys.
Hmm.
Which you're not. You're cool.
Hey,
Scary,
Are
but
you
cool.
like 4?
Yeah. 17. I'm a very childish teen, though. 17 is quite young for halflings.
I guess I'm just using standard dying now, man. Spell slots.
I think that's like the equivalent of like a 14
I will say eventually after a busy day of healing and all sorts, I think you guys wanted to repair the wall.
Why did we kidnap
Yeah,
a 17-year-old
let's go.
child?
I'll say
I
with-
will
I just
go
want
with
sh-
them too.
Is Rug gonna come with us?
Yeah, Rog's
I lied
been
about my
lifting
age,
the
but
tree,
really-
the
But
trunks
everybody
into
saw
place
people.
for you, as you guys, I'm assuming, are wrapping the chains back around. Yeah. Easy enough to do. He lifts them all up.
Rock is
You're
doing
meant
well,
to
right?
breathe in
Rug's
air,
doing excellent.
Thank you.
not swallow it.
They disagree.
Sorry.
Rug.
okay.
It's a rug moment.
Rock is doing well. Good job.
Brilliant Rug moment, Rug.
He kind of pats you on the head,
Thanks, Rug.
and it's like a heavy.
I grow shorter by an inch.
Yeah, he kind of drives you into the snow below a little bit.
He shatters one of your spinal.
What's that?
Your vertebrae, your C4.
C4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lovely Rug moment.
outwards.
Oh no.
I will say
One
for the
punch
sake of
goes
things,
hard.
that takes you probably as long as it takes everybody else to start healing up.
Also, I'm gonna just use all my spell slots as well.
Perfect.
Yeah, me too.
And lay hands.
Awesome.
All of them.
You guys do a good job, and eventually she kind of makes her way over to you, Abelard. Assuming that you guys are all kind of clustering around, would you guys come back in when you guys had finished repairing the fence?
Yeah.
Joe?
Yes.
Well, I can't say it's a bad thing to have some more people around here that are competent and able to heal. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Sizest us.
Sizest.
What do you mean?
We're
I
small.
think
Small
she said,
people.
No, I think she said some more.
Some more people that
Oh,
are
sorry.
that are competent and able
No,
to heal.
I heard small as well, but that makes more sense.
I'm so sorry.
Yes, I must inquire about the triage system here. What is going on?
I don't believe there is one.
Oh,
These
yes.
people are like me and follow the whims of their gods.
They follow Ecleos.
Okay. I mean, okay.
Oh.
I will.
Don't need to.
I might try to see if I
Whispering
can
is
do something.
rude.
Sorry. You mentioned before that your god is Ecleos.
Certainly.
Well, we're kind of on our way to the temple further north because
What is your business there?
our friend here is sort of seeing spirits.
What is your business there? Friend that worships Morally Creek.
Our friend here is seeing spirits, and we're trying to figure out.
They're having a silly goofy time.
We're trying to figure out more understanding about it, and we were told that maybe we could get a useful tip there.
Yeah.
Unless you know, and maybe, but I thought you could help.
Avalon stands
Help-
very
you-
awkwardly behind
You
her.
could help them, and help, by extension help us, and help you. I'm gonna.
So let me get this straight. Because I think we're all in the know here. Your friend, there's a chain for your god in my temple
What?
that I protect.
No, that's crazy.
You
What
want
are you
me
talking
to
about?
guide you there to break the chain?
If it helps, we'll run to it's alright.
How did you...
I don't know if that helps or not.
It means nothing
she
to
know?
me.
Yeah.
But it's also true that I can see spirits sometimes. And also think that going there would be beneficial.
Hmm.
I was told by a Veil Watcher that I would
Interesting.
see things there.
My lady told me that I would be needed more than one way here. Perhaps for you.
Bless you.
Cringe.
To help? Or to help? Or to...
Maybe. It's not often that we get other gifted individuals Say I take you to this temple. You break a chain, release a god that was sealed away. What do I get out of it?
What do you wish to get out of it?
Which none of us have.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That one doesn't sound nearly as tempting.
Kruger's rock hard blade.
Kruger's
Whoa.
undying obsession.
Kruger would sit for this woman.
She kind of settles back into a stance there, arms crossed. She leans back into the heavy, like, banquet table, legs crossed in front of her. So, you want me to lead you to the temple, guide you through the terrors beyond these walls, risk my life to help you break a chain of a nameless few member.
It didn't
Why was
imply
he really part of
that unless you wanna. More help would be good and be helpful for Nadria. I'm not gonna speak for them. Nadria, you take over. And I step behind Nadria. I'm like, you take over, man.
Do you know where you're going?
Maybe a general direction.
I pull up my map.
That's
This
it.
way. More north.
You're lucky you're in a group.
I probably definitely would have died if I came out here alone.
Very well. If you don't need my help, then best of luck to you.
Your help would be greatly appreciated.
How is like the room looking like healing wise? Like how much longer will it take for like the medical side of things?
Oh, a long time.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
most of the grievous wounds have been healed up. My business here isn't quite finished. I'll have to consult my lady and see if she thinks it's a good idea. But perhaps we might be working together more in the future. Show me what you can do here, and if I'm impressed, and I have been so far, maybe I'll take you to the temple.
Yes, I may also need to consult.
I mean to head on to Lendosa, so it's along my way.
We do need to go.
Yes, I also would like to go there at some point as well.
Our paths seem to be aligned, don't they? Well,
Guess you're stuck with us.
if you'll excuse me, I have many more hours to tend to wounded. Come and find me when you need.
Are we all here at this
Answers.
time? Do I recognize the symbol on her necklace or chest?
Roll a religion check.
The one that I saw at the thing.
Mhm.
Or might not go to the thing. That's okay. So that is 15.
15. Yeah, you do recognize it, and you know that it's Ecleos.
Cool. Has she talked to us? We know about. We're all good on this.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
fine.
you're up to speed now. Yeah.
Okay. Cool, great. That's all.
Avalon goes back to doing medicine.
Sure.
Is there a tavern inn that isn't burnt down, or just someplace we could stay for a couple of nights while we help?
I've been staying in a guard tower, not too far from here. Perhaps Torah can give you
That's the
lodgings as well.
That's the big guy, right?
Mm.
He does. I mean, I don't think he likes us.
I don't think he likes anyone really.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not. I would say it's not mutual. I think he's cool.
I was like, I'm going to be here for a bit, so if you could, find lodgings for me as well, that would be
Yeah.
great.
Where are they always by the gate, or do they go?
Always by the gate, as the gatekeeper would be unwise to move from their post.
Tracks. Okay.
Well,
I'm going to attempt to set up some sort of system.
I will come
for
get
sorting the patients.
I'll come. I'll come get you when we find a place to crash.
looks like you and I will be stuck together. What
Yes.
did you say your name was?
Abelard.
Pleasure. Kimberly.
Pleasure. We find him. I just swoops in.
You're saying that's
Everyone's
what?
fighting over
No, I'm
this,
not actually saying
this.
That's Connor saying that.
Right.
What's her name again? I forgot.
Kimberly.
Kimberly, of course it is. Of course it's Kimberly.
Kimberly.
She tilts her head. Well, if you have any more questions or anything, I'll be here. I intend to leave at first light in 2 days' time. Perhaps I'll consult my mistress before now.
Will
I really want to sleight of hand my rave stick in her back pocket as she walks away.
We'll be
I
back.
won't.
She
I
turns on
won't.
her heel.
But the
Abelard.
intrusive thought is there.
Abelard follows.
I think after that, it's a pretty good time for us to end our session for tonight. Yay, we finally made it to Gosa!
I'm gonna be a doctor!
Yeah, the doctor got the doctor!
Doctor!
You're in the campaign, I'm not playing a fucking cleric.
Ow! The ultimate support.
Yeah, literally.
Did you guys have fun?
Yes!
Yay!
That was a really good session. Thanks. Thank you, Holly.
No worries. I'm glad you guys enjoyed. I had a lot of fun DMing as well, and we hope you guys had a lot of fun watching too. We'll be back next week with some more Cathora Rift Between Worlds, where we pick up from the... Oh yeah, you guys won't be here. Unfortunately, Jack and Ash won't be here.
Yes.
Losers.
We are
But
gone.
the rest of the gang will be here. And we will see what happens with newfound friend, perhaps, and Rog as well. Rog is defo, new friend. Kimberly may be an alliance who might take you through. Who might take you through to the temple, and maybe even onwards to Lendosa. If you guys would like to catch up on what you might have missed before next session, please do check out the link below to our YouTube channel where we have all of our archive videos over there, as well as our Instagram and our TikTok where we post some reels, vids, and art. Do it now!
Go watch Dilbert breakdancing.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure, never a chore to DM for you all. I had a lot of fun. Much love to you, and we will see you guys in a little bit. Goodbye for now.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.